Hey guys, Jonesy CKC Garage. Welcome back to our channel and thanks for watching, guys. Our channel is continuing to grow. We're almost at 49,000 subscribers. That's insane for somebody that plays with toy ride-on cars, but we love it. Okay, so if you're watching this video, you got a 12-volt ride-on. This one in particular is a Perego 12-volt tractor. It comes in John Deere, and this one's an International Red. Was on Facebook Marketplace for 50 bucks. Figured, hey, we can't go wrong. They said that it probably needed a new battery. We're going to confirm that. And even if it's not the battery, we're going to tell you some things real quick, what to look for. If you think you got a bargain, you could be opening up, you know, something that's a money pit. So first thing we did when we got there, we checked out all the tires. Tires are very expensive. The shipping, that is. All the tires look great. It's not missing any of the body panels. It's not even missing the headlight lenses, taillight lenses. The shifter was all there. It looked perfect, just a little dusty. So when we pushed the gas pedal, it did nothing, even with the battery plugged in. So what do? We hook it up to a voltmeter. So this is a 12-volt battery. And it's don't know if it's showing up backwards or not because it is on my monitor. It's 12.93. So you think, hey, 12-volt battery, it's above 12 volts. That's not the case. 13.2 is a full battery, but nonetheless, it can still hold voltage, but not amperage. Does that make sense? All right, so you think you got a good battery here. We're going to go ahead and plug it in. Press the gas pedal. Nothing. Uh-oh, well, could it be the shifter? We don't think so. We think the battery's bad. These stock chargers, they're transformer based and they continually put in voltage, and if you don't unplug it when it's at full capacity, you're going to ruin your battery. It's going to expand the plates. It's called sulfation. And what I highly recommend is getting yourself a Schumacher Smart Charger. The particular model that you're going to want to invest in is the CR6. It's a circuit board based charger, and it will sense when the battery's full, and then it'll cut off current and it'll keep it full as a trickle charger. So I've got other videos on the smart chargers. Pitch these, or just when you go to sell it, you know, put this with it and keep it because you can use it for anything. Okay, so what we're going to do, I already know that it's a bad battery, so what I'm going to show you is how to disassemble and replace it with this Mighty Max replacement battery. Now this is an 8 amp hour, this is 9 amp hour. It's the exact same physical dimensions. Personally, I would recommend upgrading it even more to like a 12 amp hour battery. It's got a wider footprint to it, but it's the same height. You'll get a lot longer run time. AH is amp hour. Basically it's a gas tank. Voltage gives it faster speed. Amp hour gives it longer run time. Okay, one last thing I wanted to mention is you can go on Amazon and buy a replacement battery that's got the plug already in it. And that's another important thing is when I went to get this, it had the battery, even though it's junk, but it has the plug. That's very important, guys, because if it's just a non-working unit without a battery, how are you going to plug it in to the unit? It's got to plug in there. Okay, so you can go on Amazon. These are 68 bucks. Or you can get an upgraded longer run time for 20. Actually, this is a 9 amp hour. So you can get a Mighty Max 8 amp hour for 20 bucks, a 9 amp hour for 22 bucks, or the big old standard 12 amp hour for 30 bucks. All you're going to need for this upgrade or repair, I should say, is a flat tip screwdriver and then a tiny little screwdriver, and I'll show you what that's going to be for. So let me bring the camera in so you guys can get bird's eye view up close of how we do this. Okay guys, so you got the battery sitting on your bench. What you're going to do is you're going to take your screwdriver, and on each side of the battery holding case, it's got these little tabs. What you're going to do is you're going to stick your screwdriver underneath there, and gently, because these do break and you might end up breaking it, but you got to pull this guy out. This one's being a little stubborn and I don't want to break it. Okay, I got it out undamaged. So once you get that out, and I like to do it by the side that has the plug because all the connectors excuse me, are on this other side. So you're going to peel back the case and it has the negative and positive right there on top. So the negative comes off real easy, but the positive has actually got this little spring-loaded keeper. That's what you're going to use this little screwdriver for. So you're going to push down on that tab as you're pulling back. And then this other one will just pull right off. Okay? So you can go ahead and leave it right in the case, and we're going to take out the junk battery and we're going to open up our brand new Mighty Max. Okay, so you saw that the plugs were like this. They are identical the way they're oriented, positive and negative. So we're going to keep the case the same. Now the only difference on these two batteries is you can see that the on the positive it's much larger. See how wide it is compared to this terminal? It's not a big deal. So go ahead and put it in your tray. And you might have to take some some pliers and press down to make it a tight fit, but you just literally plug them in. Now, another common issue, and that's going to be held on because it's got that keeper on there. This right here, the silver thing, see that right there, guys? That is a thermal breaker. So if you ever overheat, like too heavy of a kid, a big hill, damaged wiring or motor, this right here will trip. And then after it cools down, it'll reconnect and it'll go again. I just literally yesterday had somebody contact me with their car was stopping and going with a heavy kid. Well, their thermal breaker went bad. They start the nuisance trip. So that's a different problem, but you can pull this off and just replace that with a fuse or a circuit breaker. Okay, so we're going to close this back up. Next step is to put this little connector here lined up with the case. It slides in, it's got a groove. You're going to push this down. You're going to reline up your handle and give it a good whack. Now we've got a upgraded $22 replacement, and let's put it in and see what happens. Okay, we're going to put the battery in and see what she does. Drum roll. Now here's another thing to point out. See how this one started to turn, but this one ended up taking over? It's not an issue. This is wired in series, but if I put it in 2 in the back, that's parallel. So that means that each wheel is getting 100% of the voltage from the battery. And ta-da, it works. It's going to be the same in reverse, guys. Basically, power goes in one motor, out the other terminal, into the motor, out the motor, and into the shifter. It's very common. It's one way that they half the speed, which cuts it in half to 2.5 miles an hour. So guys, it was the battery. I'm going to go ahead and show you what happens because this does not have a battery case on it now that I can get to the terminals. Let me show you guys how you can diagnose this. Okay guys, so we put the stock original battery back in and we hooked up this voltmeter to it, and you can see that it's 12.64 volts. It actually was 12.9 something, but it's just, we actually tried charging it to rejuvenate it. No luck on that. So watch the voltage, guys, as we press the gas pedal here. See how it goes down to nothing? The battery's junk. It was clearly overcharged. So don't go by voltage, guys, just because it's above 12 volts and now it's recovering. Press the pedal. It can't hold any charge. This is really all you can do with this battery is send it to the recycling center and get a couple bucks for your lead that's in it. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. I really just wanted to go over how do you replace a Power Wheels battery. So with that, give us a thumbs up. If you guys like this video, click that notifications tab, because we're going to be doing tons and tons of how-to videos, upgrades, and product reviews. So anyways, guys, I'm Jonesy with CKC Garage, and thanks for watching.